On today's Arizona Daily Mix, after 35 years in the Valley, we'll see how one restaurant has attracted a cult following for their Chinese and Mexican dishes. And it's time to start preparing the bird for the big day. We'll get some tips from a pro. Plus, we'll follow a Scottsdale figure skater's journey to the Winter Olympics and find out what his favorite move is. We've got that and a whole lot more, and it all starts right now. Hello and welcome to the Arizona Daily Mix on this rainy day. I am Brad Perry. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. Teresa is out and about her spot right now.
Good morning, Brad. You see this humble croissant? This croissant sparked an online. This is the most famous croissant in the world. This bakery, JL Patisserie, they came under fire by a local influencer. The owner, Jenna, fought back online. The video she posted now has over 70 million views, and look at the impact. Lines everywhere in this bakery. It's packed, and we're going to talk to Jenna about why she decided to clap back and tell that influencer this pistachio is 100% real, okay? It's not fake. Look at that. Just look at that, Brad.
My goodness. You know what's very interesting is there's a lot of people clapping back at influencers because they, are coming down on them for no reason at all. So I can't wait and look at that. That just flaked off there beautifully.
I'm just going to be honest with you, Brad. I was at JL Patisserie before this whole controversy happened, before they blew up on the internet, and the croissant was so good. I did a story from the bakery live, and I went back the next day for no good reason, just to have another croissant.
Look at this. Look at our foodie right there. All right, we'll come back and check it with you in just a little bit. Wow, let her eat. I love it. There you go.
Thanks, Brad.
All right. Speaking of course, being our foodie, Chinese and Mexican fusion dishes have led to 35 years of success, and Teresa gives us a taste of Chino Bandino.
Well, you're kind of a legend here in the Valley. 35 years of fusing Chinese and Mexican flavors. How did you get started?
Well, really, I just started cooking when I was 18, 19 years old, when I took over the stepkids. And I didn't want to take them to Jack in the Box, and so there you go. I had to start to learn cooking. And my mom had always cooked, my dad had always cooked, and they made such great stuff I never had to cook myself. So I started doing it, found out I loved it, and then my husband ended up having to run 7 miles a day trying to stay under 200 pounds.
Whoa.
So we just kept going and ended up being 35 years. So the menu has changed very little in the 35 years because each time I tried to drop something, I got violence projected at me.
It's not safe for you to take certain things off the menu.
No. There was one guy who called up immediately and said, if you take Gen Red pork off the menu, I will badmouth you throughout. This was before Instagram and all these.
Yeah.
I will badmouth you to everybody I know.
Remember when you had to badmouth people, directly to? Yeah, those were the good old days. Speaking of the old days, there are families that have been coming here for years. You've got a whole wall of kids, and with your 35th anniversary coming up, some of those people are coming back with their kids.
Yes.
And their grandkids.
And grandkids. Yes, it's pretty cute.
And I'm going to have you take me through some of your dishes. These are your wings, and we're going to make something. But of course, a lot of the way you order here is you choose your own meat. You choose your own rice. It goes into a bowl or into a burrito or into a quesadilla. How many flavor combinations do you think you've served?
Well, before we added a couple of the latest things, like being able to put veggies, a salad, in with your combination. One of the engineers from Honeywell came in and said, well, I extrapolated it, and you have over 96,000 combinations. And they're all on that one half sheet of paper, and it all goes to the kitchen, and 95 95% of the time they get it right.
They get it right, yeah.
And if it's not right, we'll make it right. So the wings are only for the anniversary weekend.
Nice,
okay?
okay.
But they took flavors that we have and put them on wings. But this first one is our Pollo Diablo wings. So that is basically garlic in every form but the pill. It has dried garlic, it has garlic powder, it has garlic salt, but it also has like 5 different kinds of chilies and peppers in it. So this will zap you, and the next one will zap you too. These are the jerk wings, and the jerk wings are known in Jamaica. The jerk chicken is the other spicy one. Everything else that we have is really mild. You know, our teriyaki, our emerald chicken. This one is Jade red chicken wings, and that's named after my niece Jade. That one is just like a little more spicy and a little more garlicky than a sweet and sour.
And I'm not going to claim to cook, but you're going to help me assemble these black bean tostadas.
Right.
Because these black beans, we should say, are very popular here. They're just made with olive oil.
Right. Right. So there's 0 fat, 0 cholesterol without any cheese or anything on it.
And they taste amazing. I can attest to that because you're like really a feeder. Like my cameraman and I walked in here, and next thing we knew, we had a lot of food in front of us. Like you were born to do this.
Yes. This makes me happy, right? It's feeding family. With the tostada, obviously you can do it any way you like. You can have the lettuce, you can have cheese on first if you want that cheese to melt.
Chino Bandito, if you haven't been here, it's an absolute hug of an experience. The flavors are incredible, and of course you can have one of 96,000 dishes, right?
Right.
You get it your own way, and for more information about the events of the 35th anniversary weekend, you can check out our website, cw7az.com, or do you have an Instagram?
We do have Instagram, I think. I'm not the one that feeds it.
You know what? Speaking of feeding, I've got a lot of food to eat, so just go to our website, and you know what? We'll put your Instagram right on the screen right there for you through the magic of editing. Gracias, thank you.
And absolutely.
And
love
is it Xixia?
I speak less Chinese than I do Spanish. I think it's xia.
Xia.
I think it's xia.
Yeah. Thank you.
Go see where you can eat, drink, and play with your family this holiday season. But first, it's turkey time, and you may be surprised at how little prep you need to do before your turkey goes into the oven. That's next. It's that time of year where we start getting ready to cook those turkeys, and who better to help us than the man, the legend himself, Mr. Paul Kelly of Kelly Braun's Turkeys. How are you, sir?
I'm just fine. How are you? Thanks for having me on again.
Paul, I'm very excited because 4 years we've been doing this, and the first time ever in my life, I cooked one of your turkeys.
It looks good. It looks good.
Well, thank you. Well, let's talk about, of course, the turkeys and picking out the right ones for your Thanksgiving dinner.
Okay. Right. Well, okay. That's a challenge, isn't it? Because when you're picking your turkey in the supermarket or the shop, you're looking in a bag. You know, you don't really know what is under the skin of that turkey. So you've actually just got to ask questions. You're looking for a turkey, ideally a heritage breed, because that means it will have been bred to maturity, and flavour comes with maturity. So the older the bird, the better the flavour. That's number one. And then, you know, if you can go to a local retailer, and if buy a local turkey, talk to the farmer, just really get some knowledge about the growth of the turkey and how they pluck it and how they process it.
The prep, what I love, wasn't that hard to do, but let's talk about prepping your turkey for the meal.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the beautiful things about when you get one of these really mature turkeys, there's not much to do. You can keep it as simple as you can. Of course, you can make Thanksgiving complicated, brining it, basting it, stuffing it, doing all sorts of funny things. But a mature turkey, really, what I say to do is get the bird and then put it breast down in the roasting tin, And the reason for that, most of the fat deposits are in the back of the bird there. So when it starts to cook, the fat is going down and surfacing the bird. These are the giblets. These are what are going to give you a fantastic gravy. So you take the giblets and you just pop those into the bottom of the roasting tin. Pint of water into the bottom of the tin. And the reason for the water is not to keep it moist. You don't need to do that with one of these birds. But it catches all those wonderful juices and the gravy as they come out of the bird as you're roasting it. Then season it with salt and pepper. There we are. And then you just do that. And then you actually pop the turkey in the oven for 1 hour. After 1 hour, I should say, you're going into the oven at 350, a nice hot oven. If it's a fan oven, about 320, but a normal oven, 350. And then you take the bird out, get your oven gloves, turn it over for the rest of the cooking time. And that is when your meat thermometer comes in to play, because every 10 or 15 minutes, get your meat thermometer and you probe the breast, looking for the meat to get into the right zone. And if I can tell you, ovens, different ovens vary. There can be up to 45 minutes to an hour difference in ovens with electric and the type of oven they are, fan oven, whether it's gas. So we really say time is purely a guideline. You have to work on temperature to get your turkey perfectly cooked.
Yeah. And Paul, what I love
also,
too...
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
Don't fully stuff it, because if you stuff the bird, you can't get the air through the bird properly, the heat, and so it won't cook evenly. You can lie a few of your favourite vegetables in the cavity, but don't stuff it tight, because it will take far too long to cook. Now, cook your stuffing separately in the oven.
That's what I was going to say, and that's what I love. Like the instructions in the booklet tells you, you walk it through. I was nervous at first cooking my own one, but you made it so easy and great there. And one thing I love, the key thing. Are you ready for this, Paul? What I learned from you. Ready? You ready for the key thing?
I'm ready.
Take it out and let it finish cooking. Don't leave it in the oven, and it will actually, and I put the thermometer, it did heat up more, but it still was cooking. And then the other part is you just don't throw it right away, on the table. Let it sit and let it marinate.
For at least an hour. And the other big thing, if you notice, please don't cover it, because if people jump on it with towels, a sleeping bag, aluminum foil to keep it hot, that's a disaster, because as you say, the turkey carries on cooking and it will go up a good 10 more degrees once you take it out of the oven. So it's important to let the heat get out of the bird, don't keep it in.
I love it. Paul, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. I know we're going to talk about carving in another time, but right now, tell them where they can find the Kelly Bronze turkeys.
Well, if you go online, kellybronze.com, you can order your turkey and it'll be delivered to your door.
I love it. Paul, thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much. Happy holidays.
These are the now world-famous croissants at JL Patisserie, a French bakery in Phoenix that went viral after its owner refused to be bullied by an influencer. We are going to be talking to her. That is coming up next, live on the Arizona Daily Mix. I'm here in the kitchen of JL Patisserie. This is a local bakery that is now world famous because of a video that Jenna posted, and also because of her incredible croissants. But just to set the scene, and by the way, this is a giant mound of croissant dough.
It is, yeah.
Thank you for appreciating my French accent. Okay, so long story short, a local influencer approached you. She wanted some free food, and in exchange, she would post a positive review. You said that's not really in the budget right now. She came in anyway. You were very cordial to her, but she posted a negative review. And instead of just letting it slide, you posted a response. It was very classy. It was very reserved. And then it just went viral. Now has over 70 million views.
Yes. It was pretty crazy. I was not expecting this amount of support, and especially in the bakery itself. But it's been very mind-blowing that us being able to speak about who we are and what we do showed that the community, to come and support us. So, yeah.
Okay, we just took a little bit of a look at your famous video. What was the experience for you when you realized it was going viral?
Really unexpected. I was like, okay, you know, how long is this gonna continue, and how do we prepare for, you know, the outcome of being viral? But I think my team handled it really well. Obviously, it came with a lot more work, but it's been very mind-blowing, and people were very patient in the bakery, so that was very nice to see. People showed up.
Why do you think you touched a nerve with small businesses?
I think influencers are getting more and more impact in the community, and because of that, they're getting a lot more power when they talk to small business about agreeing their deal. And I think it was the first time that someone kind of stood up and said, you know, this is really not my budget, but I don't want to backlash because I'm not agreeing to your term. And that's kind of what happened. So, yeah.
Were you nervous at all to post that video?
I was very nervous. Yeah, I was very proud. So I was like, we have to tell them that's not true. That's not who we are. We work really hard. But at the same time, I was like, it could lead to a lot of, you know, different outcomes. And
that influencer, by the way, has disappeared. Her account is no longer there. I think obviously she faced a major backlash, and she accused you of not using real pistachios. Right. She said, j'accuse. And you said,
well,
no.
It's not about this individual particularly.
Yes.
It's about the concept in general.
Exactly.
And it was primarily to stand up for the food industry, team members, people that work really hard and that use really good ingredients. And that was primarily the message.
And since that, you've had lines out the door. You've got 3 locations here on 24th Street, North Scottsdale, Central and Camelback. And by the way, you're going to want to stay tuned here because we're going to make some apple pie.
Yes.
And you should know that you can put in an order. Look at these gorgeous pies. That's the pumpkin pie. That's a chocolate silk.
A French silk pie.
French silk. Of course, bien sûr.
Bien sûr.
And we're going to do an apple pie.
Yeah, we're going to do it. Or are you going to do it?
I'm going to do it.
Yes, absolutely.
Listen, she went to the Cordon Bleu. I'm going to brag for her, which they don't teach you in the Cordon Bleu how to deal with things like influencers, and that's just something you have to figure out.
That's something you have to figure out, but once you know who you are and you do something of quality, you can stand up for yourself, and that's what we did. So, all right, this is our apple film, but you're going to put the streusel on top. So
okay.
You're going to coat
is it okay if I use my hand?
It's going to be your pie. So
this is my pie only, okay?
You're going to coat it with streusel on top. This is our cinnamon streusel. Yep. Okay. Generously.
Generous.
Because this is the best part.
Oh my gosh, the cinnamon streusel. And by the way, you can still order, but you really have to put in orders now. Orders close Saturday. If you show up to your Thanksgiving with a pie from JL Patisserie, it comes with a backstory. And you get to tell about how Jenna stood up for herself and became an international hero to small businesses everywhere. How am I doing?
You're doing really good. I'm going to show up at your Thanksgiving dinner and try some of that pie.
This looks really good.
Awesome.
Is that enough?
Yeah, that's great. So we have large pies. We also have mini pies. We have
like
pumpkin loaves. Yeah, the mini ones. So you can do some trios. If there's not many of you, you can do large ones. And we also teach classes. So we've been teaching how to make those pies in pastry classes.
You are going to want to come here, take a class, get a croissant, JL Patisserie, 3 locations. And again, if you want a pie, put in your order now because 70 million people now know about this humble, delicious, beautiful, local Arizona bakery. Thank you so much.
With real ingredients.
With real ingredients, okay? Real pistachio, real butter, the best of everything.
And I don't mind if I do.
Country music is on fire with multi-platinum singer-songwriter Riley Green and his new album, Don't Mind If I Do. Here's your chance to not only win a vinyl copy of the album, but also a $50 gift card to Boot Barn. And one lucky winner will win a guitar. Plus, we hear that Riley Green is also sending along his autograph. For your chance to win, head on over to the cw7az.com/win. And welcome to the second half of the Arizona Daily Mix. There's still so much more to come on the show. All right, a figure skater from the desert has competed in nearly every major skating competition except the Olympics. Angelique Martinez reports on Camden Polkinen's journey to Italy.
The next step is, how do I go to the Olympics and represent Team USA, and then not only go, but how do I put myself in a medal position and really earn medals for Team USA?
Camden Polkinen grew up in Scottsdale and fell in love with being on the ice when he was young. Now, as a 25-year-old U.S. figure skater, he has one more goal to complete: become an Olympian.
That would truly be the icing on the cake for my career.
There's two things in particular that motivate Camden ahead of a performance.
My family, we've just sacrificed so much for me to get here, and I really love that my family is in my corner and supporting me every step of the way.
His second motivation is watching his competitors.
I love skating with a lot of great guys out there, and they're just such noble athletes that even the skater before me, I like to watch them and just like cheer them on, and it really amps me up, makes me super excited to go out and deliver.
When it comes to delivering on the ice, there's one move that Camden puts into every performance.
I just love triple axels. It's just like, there's like that one thing that feels like nothing else in the world, and for me, that's triple axel.
He nailed the triple axel at just 16 years old and says the feeling is impossible to replicate.
I was always chasing that feeling of landing the triple axel. It's always chasing that moment of thrill for me.
On the journey to Italy, I'm Angelique Martinez.
The following portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored by Airborne, Revitalash, Keurig, and Garmin.
All right, the holiday season is here, and with it comes the rush to look and feel your best. And Teresa recently talked with beauty and lifestyle expert Kelsey Griffin about her holiday hit list featuring essentials to keep your immune system strong, your glam effortless, and your mornings powered for busy days, festival fun, and everything in between.
Welcome to the show. It's so great to talk to you. I have so many questions, and one, I don't have to dig deep to relate to this question because I know that I'm fighting off some kind of cold. What is your go-to during the holiday season for boosting your immune system?
Well, I feel like we're all always fighting off a cold during the winter time. So I always like to pack an immune support supplement. When the schedule starts to pick up and things start to get busy during the holiday season. So Airborne is my go-to essential for more complete immune support during the season. And, this is actually the #1 immune support brand in chewables, gummies, and effervescent tablets. And with Airborne, you can pack more complete immune support, and you can just leave worrying off of your shopping list. Each tablet is packed with 7 key ingredients like vitamin A, vitamin B, C, and D, and plus zinc, selenium, and manganese. So you are literally prepared for anything the season brings. And you can find Airborne at Walmart, Costco, CVS, Amazon, and other local retailers.
Okay, I'm kicking myself because I was taking it, and the minute I stopped taking it, this happened. So that's on me. I should have refilled my Airborne supply. Moving now
Happens
towards...
to the best of us.
Right? I know, because you think, I feel great. I'm never going to get sick again. Sickness is a thing of the past. Anyway, moving on to beauty. You look gorgeous this morning. What are some of your tips for holiday glam?
Yeah, so for holiday glam, it's really about that effortless glam, and that is going to start with your lashes and brows looking strong and healthy. And Revitalash, they are definitely the experts, and one little swipe a day is all it takes. The brand was actually created by an eye doctor, and everything goes through super comprehensive safety testing, so you can feel really good about adding these products to your self-care routine. And these products are going to condition, strengthen, and enhance your lashes and brows with their exclusive biopeptin complex technology. And these are just a cult favorite across the industry. They have over 70 industry awards. And get this, a lash serum sells every 30 seconds globally, which is so crazy to think about. And you can get these for up to 25% off during their holiday advent that is running through December 2nd.
Okay, so that's already started now?
Yes.
Okay, this is good to know because I got to refill my Revitalash. Can you share any other tips for looking your best during the holidays?
Yeah, so my first tip is, for looking your best and feeling your best, you got to take a couple moments to yourself. And Keurig has their 24 Cups of Cheer Advent Calendar, which is just literally perfect for that. It is a warm and delicious countdown filled with festive flavors, some seasonal coffees, and even some hot cocoa. So you can brew delicious beverages all season long and just make every day a little more merry and bright throughout the season. And for any coffee lovers on your list, their new K Mini Mate single serve coffee maker is the perfect gift. This is their smallest brewer ever at just 4 inches wide. So this thing is a total space saver for a dorm room, small kitchen like mine in New York City. And you still get that delicious cup of coffee from one of the hundreds of different K-Cup pod variations that they offer. They come in some fun colors, and you can actually get this on sale for $69.99 through December 6th. So that's a steal. And then my next tip is always to, remove as much stress as you possibly can, especially if you're a parent. This is your busiest time of year. So a tip I always recommend is to just remove the pressure of getting your kid a smartphone too early. And with the Garmin Bounce 2 Kids smartwatch and an active LTE subscription, you can actually have two-way calling and texting with your child, and you can see their location in real time. So it's definitely going to give you some peace of mind. And the watch is created for all-day play. It has a vivid display, a swim-friendly design, up to 2 days of battery life. So perfect for the kids. It comes in some really fun colors like purple and turquoise and gray.
I absolutely love the watch. I love the mini Keurig. Adorable, great ideas. Thank you so much, and happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored by Airborne, Revitalash, Keurig, and Garmin. The following portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored by House Rules.
Have you ever wanted to throw an axe, bowl, or curl on real ice all under one roof? Well, I found a place in Old Town, Scottsdale to do it. All right, well, I think we definitely need to work on my axe game, and I can do it right here at the House Rules, which used to be
Lane Park.
So I like this. Emma, let's talk about this because this is like the cool little game place for all kinds of adventure fun.
Absolutely. So we do a little bit of not only corporate team building activities, but also social events like anniversaries, birthday parties, you name it. And we have a few other activities too that we'll get to see.
Okay, so you mentioned it was Lane Park before, and so it's still same owner, but I like how now it's House Rules, because it's almost like your own rules on how much fun you can have here.
That's
the
it.
axe throwing, this is kind of neat here because this is like electronic axe throwing?
Yeah, so we got the iPads behind you that help you keep score.
So I love it. As we're walking through here, there's pretty much a lot of bays in here. Usually you only see like 4 or 5.
Exactly.
You guys have how many bays in here?
We have 10 in here.
Oh my gosh, that's great. Now, this is what I love as we step out here into the bowling alley area.
Absolutely.
And this is not bowling alley, this is called duck pin. And what's really cool about duck pin for you guys, it's not like the little duck pin alleys. These are like actually full-fledged duck pin alleys.
Exactly. So everything is smaller than your standard bowling. So as you can see with the bowling balls, it's more of a skee ball. The lanes are a third the length of your standard bowling lane. And then the term duck pin is because the pins are shaped like a duck's body.
Very cool. Okay. There is, how can I say, the gem of the House Rules, the gem of the place. And that is something that no one has.
Nope.
No one has in Arizona. And that is a curling area. Tell me about that place.
You got it. So we have our bar style curling. So it's not your Olympic curling, unfortunately, but instead the lanes are about the third the length of your standard Olympics. You don't go on the ice or anything, so it's more so shuffleboard on ice.
But it's actual real ice. It's not like some places that if they do have it, it's going to be like a little synthetic.
No, it's real.
So how'd you guys get the ice in here?
I know, it's crazy. We had to come up with our own systems. We have chillers underneath each lane that keeps the ice frozen.
Okay, there's another game in here that's kind of like a history game, which is kind of cool. What is this one here?
Yes, so this is Sapo, and it's a coin tossing game. So essentially you go head to head with someone, and the goal is to try and get your poker chip into the frog's mouth.
And there's points here that you get too. Is that how it works, kind of like too?
Yeah, exactly. If you miss, it kind of drops down like Plinko, and that's how you keep your score.
Oh, and have you ever seen everyone get into the into the frog's mouth?
I myself have never witnessed it, but I know it's possible.
And have you seen everyone not get it into any of the holes?
Like me.
I didn't get one of those in there.
You did earlier.
Well, I'll tell you, this is pretty fun, but makes me hungry, so let's go check out the menu.
Perfect.
All right. Lily, I love that there is a small bar here, but it definitely serves a big punch when it comes to drinks and food.
It sure does, yes.
Let's talk about the menu. The menu is a full-fledged menu, right?
It sure is. But these are some of our favorites. Not pictured as our chicken Caesar salad wrap, which is my favorite.
It's Chipotle, right?
Chipotle chicken Caesar
All right,
salad
there we
wrap.
go.
But we have our chicken benders, deep dish pizza, tacos, and sliders.
I like it. And I love that the different pizzas that you can get here, right?
We do.
And then different things. Okay, let's talk about the drinks, because this is something really good to have while you're throwing an axe very carefully, or duck pinning, or curling, which is really neat. So what do we have down here?
This is our garden party, and then we have our Oh Hey Donkey right here, and then King's Pin is our other very popular drink.
I like that. And then they have other drinks that they can serve you and do things.
We sure
Okay, let's talk about, of course, coming in. And do I need to make a reservation?
You don't. You can walk in, but bookings in advance are preferred just so we can best host you.
I like that. And I love that this place is pretty much open, lunch, dinner, late night,
Yes.
to come have some fun.
Definitely.
And with the curling.
Of course.
I like
You
it.
got to do it late at night.
Tell people where they can find more information about
You
making
can
reservations.
find us at thehouserules.com.
Perfect. And you want to do some curling with me? I'll be in there.
I left it open for you.
Did you? Thank you. Kick it, kick it, kick it. Yeah!
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored by House Rules.
Coming up, we'll take a look at the new buy now, pay later trend for the holiday season, and we'll find out if it's a good idea.
The following portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored by PayPal.
Holiday budgets are tighter this year, and new PayPal survey shows that many people are planning to use BNPL, or buy now, pay later. I recently talked to financial expert and #1 New York Times bestselling author Nicole Lampin and PayPal's Michelle Gill about what BNPL means for shoppers and businesses. Good morning, Michelle, Nicole. How are you two doing today?
Good morning, Brad. Doing great.
Doing great.
Good. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about, of course, what people are doing now, and it's kind of like the pay later, or shop now, pay later. Why is that, Michelle?
Yeah, so I mean, when you look at this year's holiday season, shoppers are definitely looking for payment flexibility. You know, when they are looking to check out, they want to make sure that they have the option to not just, pay right away, but also really amortize those payments over time. And buy now, pay later has become something that they've come to expect at checkout, both online and in store.
Let's talk about consumers' point of view and what's driving them to pretty much buy now, pay later.
I think the #1 stressor, Brad, around holiday budgeting is simply cash flow. What is cash flow? It just means that you know you're going to have the cash later, but you need to buy the thing right now. And that's why buy now, pay later programs can be great tools to put in your holiday budgeting tool shed if you use it thoughtfully and responsibly. And I cannot believe we're even talking about the holidays yet, but PayPal is now offering 20% cash back. So this is free money for a limited time on buy now, pay later purchases starting November 17th. So it literally pays to start planning early.
All right, now you mentioned a little bit, some good little benefits there, but what are other benefits, Nicole, about buying now and paying later?
Well, my favorite is the cash back, because that's free money, which we just talked about. Some buy now, pay later programs don't charge fees or interest. Like with PayPal's Pay in 4, there's no fees or interest on purchases from $30 to $1,500. But mostly, I think it's really about sticking to a repayment schedule, just like you would any other regular bill. So utilities, credit card payments with clear, set timelines and payments.
Michelle, let's talk about businesses. Is there a way that they can help the consumer kind of like check out easier?
Yeah, so absolutely. I think for merchants, as they think about it, first, consumers have come to expect it. So they are looking for places that are offering buy now, pay later as a payment option, which means that when you offer it, you get increased conversion when a consumer comes to your site. Separately, what we are also seeing is consumers are necessarily increasing cart sizes when they see it because, again, they're not paying everything right away. They have that flexibility to pay it over time, and hence they can pick that more lasting item and amortize that over time. In terms of the ease of use, it really is very easy. With just one click, you can, add buy now, pay later if you're a PayPal merchant.
I like it. Okay, so I got to just say this, and please do not tell anybody, okay, Michelle Nicole, but I literally have been doing this with my PayPal account. So don't tell anybody that their Christmas presents are already in the basket, and I'm excited, and also I bought some things for myself already. So with that said,
I love it. Just between us girls, but that's awesome.
Where can we find more information?
You can go to www.paypal.com and go to the Buy Now, Pay Later tab within that. And like I said, it's just one click away.
Perfect. Thank you, ladies, for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored by PayPal. The following portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored by Stars FC.
Some of the biggest soccer clubs in the world started small and were comprised of local men who played soccer at a high level. That's what Kenneth Laird is doing right here in the Valley, climbing the ladder of soccer in America. And if you think you have the stuff, tryouts are coming up this December. Welcome, Coach.
How are you today?
I'm so happy to see you, and I love what you're doing. Some big clubs had humble beginnings. For example, good old Man City.
Yes, absolutely. They started at St. Michael's Church in West Gorton to keep unemployed men from joining gangs and fighting.
And then becoming one of the biggest soccer clubs in the world, right?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the highest grossing clubs across sports in the world, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, tell me about what you're doing now.
So we are gearing up for the season. In February, we'll be starting our USLA program for a 10-month season. And in December, we'll be having tryouts for USLA and our senior team, USL2, on December 21st, 22nd, and 23rd at Greenway High School here in Phoenix.
Tell me about tryouts. What are you looking for?
We usually invite anyone that wants to come and try out. For the USLA side, we have to have the 09 age group. We have to have at least 6 of those people in a developmental category so they can move up. But it's really a sub-20 team. So we're looking for high-level players from 09s all the way up to, there's no age limit. We can have 10 overage players there. And for our USL2 team, we're looking for anybody that wants to obviously come in and try out for that. There may be some rules around some of the Division I programs where they can't get to this one, but we'll capture all of the people who otherwise wouldn't get a chance to try out.
You've been coaching a long time, right? You coached a long time at the high school level. You coached these travel and club teams. I'm really curious what you're looking for at something like this tryout in December. Like, can you spot talent? Because probably a lot of young people are excellent athletes, but are you looking for something else special?
There's all kinds of things we look for in players. We really have 6 categories. It's fairly complicated. It's not just by the thumb or the eye anymore. There's a lot of science that goes into the player that you want for each position, really.
Right, so you might, as an experienced coach, see some sort of intangible, but you're really relying on science to predict who's going to be a great soccer player.
A little of both, but yeah. I mean, you can't capture everybody through science. It's more validated through science by what you see.
Yeah, to compare it to American football, everybody knows that Tom Brady's combine wasn't that impressive, and we've all seen the photo of him, and then of course he became the great Tom Brady.
Right.
Well, before we let you go, I want to say that your team will be playing at Ottawa Surprise, and this is a great opportunity for anyone watching who is a fan of the game to be a day one. That's somebody who is with the club from the beginning, and if people do want to try out in December, where, when, what's the best way to get info?
So you can follow us on Instagram. You can look at our webpage. There's links there to sign up. Early bird registration, for example, is actually significantly less. I think it's 25% less than it will be on the day of. So we're trying to encourage people to come in early so that we can get going as soon as we set up for our official tryout time.
Well, thanks so much, Coach Kenneth Laird, and best of luck to all of you trying out. If you want more information, you can also find it on our website, which is cw7az.com. Thank you so much.
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored by Stars FC.
All right, you have less than 2 months to start that New Year's resolution of getting into the gym. Well, Elevate Fitness is where you can start now.
Elevate Fitness is a 20,000 square foot locally owned and operated facility right here in Chandler. Again, 20,000 feet of pretty much everything from machines. We've got 3 different turf areas. We've got classroom for classes. We've got probably more squat racks than anybody, I would say. We've got tons of different stuff. So functional fitness, machines, group fitness. We've got a great selection of trainers here and pretty much everything you're looking for. One thing we really push here at Elevate Fitness is recovery and wellness. So we've actually transformed our facility and we have a new facility called Rejuvenate, which partners with Elevate, and it is all your wellness needs. So from compression socks to infrared saunas, red light therapy, and we actually just bought 2 brand new state-of-the-art cold plunges so you guys can come down and check them out. We're running a New Year's special right now, pending what you want. If you want fitness, we can sign you up for the gym and you actually get a free 30 days of cold plunge to try us out. And if you want the wellness, we got a smoking deal right now where you get all the wellness and all your fitness for only $108.88. When you come in 8 times per month, which is the sweet spot, a couple times per week, a little thing's gonna go off at the front, a little bell's gonna ding, and we're gonna give you a token, and you're gonna donate to a charity that we actually find locally, and we have about 8 of them that we usually have per quarter, and a portion of your dues goes towards something just besides the regular gym stuff. So pretty cool. To learn more about us, jump on our website, get on our social media, come in for a free 7-day pass, come check us out, support your local club, and come see us.
Join us in our annual Desert Financial Credit Union Hometown Heroes Toy Drive presented by Lincoln Heritage Life Insurance Company. You can help the families of our fallen, wounded, and deployed military members, as well as our Arizona first responders. Simply visit cw7az.com to see how you can help. Thanks for joining us today. On tomorrow's show, we're going to get some holiday cooking tips from the famous Chef Jay Perry, who has a very famous sister. Yeah, find out. And we'll get a sneak peek at the hottest toys of the season. And you want more information on what we talked about during the show, head on over to the cw7az.com. Have a great day. Stay warm and dry.
Content segments on the Arizona Daily Mix were paid for by Stars FC, PayPal, House Rules, Airborne, Revitalash, Keurig, and Garmin.